Hello, my wonderful artists. This is Mrs. Peters from the Art Office making a cereal box art book. So, in your packet, you've probably noticed that you all have a different cereal box. We are going to be doing some Japanese stab binding, which is this really cool binding on the left-hand side of the book, just like a regular book. And you'll see that all your packet paper goes in there, and then you have a back cover. So let's get started. What you need are the directions. That's going to help you out. So the first thing, go ahead and grab your directions. They look like this. Depending on what class you're in, you may have, I may have expedited the process. What you do is you need to get your supplies. So a cereal box, scissors, a marker, your needle that's in your bag, a pair of holes, your directions, the cereal box, and then this packet. Now this packet in 22 pages, double-sided, so it's really like 61. So please keep them in order or you're going to have to spend a lot of time reordering them. And you also may have an extra sheet of paper that I put in your packet. Hold on to life a little easier. All right, so let's get started. So the first step says cut off the top and bottom edges of the cereal, only the top and bottom. So let me demonstrate that, what that looks like. So each cereal box, regardless of the brand, has flaps when you flatten off to get through your cardboard box, both sides, then you can just kind of cut through. But if they're not, because your cardboard's kind of thicker and they're all a little different, go ahead and cut a little thinner. There we go. So this right here is going to be scrap now. You don't need that, so you can throw that in the garbage or recycle it. All right, so step 2 says open the box and cut one crease or corner. And so what that means is you're going to just take the cereal box and find it has 4 creases. Just choose one and go with cutting on that crease like that. And then you should open your cereal box to one large piece of cardboard. All right, next step. Open the cardboard box up. Find the halfway. This is, a lot of students think this is a little arbitrary. However, I think it's important because you should always measure twice and then and then you can cut. So because you only have one cereal box, you don't want to make a mistake on it. So you're going to have a small rectangle, a big rectangle, small, big. So to get this in half, just kind of do a little process of elimination, like fold one side. Is this side equal to this? Okay, no, it's not. So this crease is out. Is this nutrition facts that you should keep, is this equal to this side? No, it's not. So the one that is going to work for us to get it right in half is right here. And that's always kind of the weird one to fold. But it's just like a folder. It's going to be equal on both sides. So this is the one I'm going to draw a line with my marker. And by doing that, it's a nice visual. You can see both sides are equal. And you can always see that line pretty clearly so you know where to cut. So go ahead and cut it right down. So now you have 2 equal pieces. Next step, step 4, says take the first page of the packet, only the first page, and use a marker to mark holes from the pre-measured 3-hole punch to the cereal box cover. Tip, when lining up the holes from the paper, don't put the paper too close to the edge of the cardboard. Let me show you what that looks like. So if you take the very first page and you line it up. Now here's there's a little choice here. If you want to have Cheerios as your box cover, you can. If you want to have cardboard as your sketchbook cover, you can. It doesn't matter to me how you do this, but whatever way you do this, you want to have the holes on the left side of the paper. So if it's cardboard like this, or if it's cereal box like that, if the cereal box is a little bit bigger than the paper or even a little bit smaller, sometimes students get upset because it sticks out a little. That's okay. Don't worry about it. As long as you have a cover and a back that's equal, you're going to get a good grade. All right, so for purposes of, I guess it's a little easier for you guys to see, I'm going to use the cardboard. So the tip was just slide your paper in just a tiny bit right there so that you can see the edge. And I'm just going to mark it 1, 2, 3. Just like that. So let's read what step 5 says. Put the first page of the packet back on the packet. So you want to put that page 1 right where you had it. Then punch out the holes with your hole puncher. So 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Now we're on the back of the book. Mark with I'm going to use the cardboard again. The copy pages, the packet 3. So there we go. We get the front and the back. 7 says, this happens to be my purple. Wiggle to be equal. So here, make a cereal box packet. Then just tap it a couple right on top. Needle goes through the middle, and the card is kind of long for you. The yarn later on. So we start at the middle, and we're going to make a loop from the front book. Hi everyone, we are now ready to do part 2 of our cereal box art book, which starts at step 11. Here we go. Now make sure you flip the box over and go through the top hole. Use your needle to make sure each hole is threaded. So it said to flip the box over the whole to line up all the holes and then give it a good pull. Really strong. Get that needle through there. Sometimes when you're pulling, it gets tangled on a corner, so that's okay. Just kind of untangle it gently and pull it all the way through. There we go. All right, step 12, flip your page with the directions. Go back through the top hole to make a loop. Okay. So it didn't say to flip it at all. It just says go right back through the top hole to make a loop. So give it a good pull. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle the needle through. And then once again, kind of really pull through. Give it a good tug. All that purple yarn. Ooh, the marker got caught in there. That's okay. All right, so you see the purple yarn is a loop here, a connection to the top, and now we have a loop. So what do you think we're going to do next? Go through the middle hole again. So we're going through this, so it's going to be a little hard or difficult to get through here. So just kind of really wiggle the needle and pull it through. You guys are doing great. Give it a good pull, like that. All right, that was 13. Here we go, step 14. Flip book over, then go through the bottom hole, making sure to get each hole from the paper carefully. And you'll notice that some of the holes have, but the needle is once again your friend, and it helps you line everything up. So sometimes if you just pull apart those papers a little bit, you can get that needle through. And pull, pull, pull. All right, so we made a loop in the middle, a loop up top. Yep, we're probably going to make a loop down here. Let's see what step 15 says. Go back through the bottom hole again and make another loop. So it didn't say to flip it, so keep it as is. Wiggle it through. You guys are doing great. Give it a good pull. Like that. Awesome. Step 16, here we go. Flip the box over and go back through the middle hole again. Are you kidding me? We're going to go through the middle again? You know it. Flip it over, and you can see that's the only part that's not connected. So wiggle with one hand, pull the needle with the other. There you go. That's awesome right there. Okay, our next step, 17. Cut string and tie ends together with several knots. Tip: leave extra string hanging so that if the binding becomes loose, you can easily tie it back together. Do not cut the string short or close to the knots. Let me show you what that means. Tie, elementary school, like laces. It's crisscross. The one that is under, the two that are under, that are going to come around and over and go through the loop and pull. And I recommend doing that knot a couple times. Crisscross, go through the loop, and pull. Loosen up the yarn knot. Yep, that's the front. Nice on the card, covering most of the binding. And making your cereal box art book today. Now we can use our book for our art class, and I can assign pages for you, and you have a nice little sketchbook with some free draw pages and some skill drawing that you're going to do. So thank you very much. Make sure you post a picture of your book for me in Google Classroom if you're my distance learning class or you're out, and then you will earn 100 for following all directions. Photos, make sure you have the binding in there. Take a picture of the front and back cover for me. All right, have a great day. Stay creative, stay cool. Good job today.